Hi guys! Today we are going to talk about toilet paper. When COVID-19 broke out, there was one product in special demand: toilet paper. Even those who had plenty of toilet paper at home began to worry that they would not be able to buy toilet paper in the future, and hoarded their toilet paper, resulting in a temporary shock to a stable supply chain. Many people aren't able to buy it, and some people use paper towels instead. There's even this guy on YouTube who teaches you which plant leaves can be used as toilet paper substitutes. It's a crazy world, isn't it? Today, I'm going to show you why you shouldn't buy too much toilet paper based on game theory. What's game theory? Game theory is a powerful tool for predicting outcomes of a group of interacting players when an action of a single player directly affects the payoff of the other participating players. Sounds a little complicated. Let me show you an example. It's called Prisoner's Dilemma. The classic Prisoner's Dilemma goes like this. Two members of a gang of scammers, Alice and Bob, have been arrested and are being interrogated in separate rooms. The police have no other witnesses and can only prove the case against them if they can convince at least one of them to betray their accomplice and testify to the crime. Each prisoner is faced with the choice to cooperate with their accomplice and remain silent, or to defect from the gang and testify for the prosecution. If they both cooperate and remain silent, then the police will be only able to convict them on a lesser charge of loitering, which will mean 1 year in jail for each. 1 year for Alice plus 1 year for Bob equals 2 years of total jail time. If one testifies and the other does not, then the one who testifies will get to go free and the other will get 3 years. 0 years for the one who defects plus 3 for the one convicted equals 3 years total. However, if both testify against the other, each will get 2 years in jail for being partly responsible for the crime. 2 years for Alice plus 2 years for Bob equals 4 years of total jail time. In this case, each prisoner always has an incentive to defect, regardless of the choice of the other makes. From Alice's point of view, if Bob remains silent, then Alice can either cooperate with Bob and do 1 year in jail, or defect and go free. Obviously, she would be better off betraying Bob in this case. On the other hand, if Bob defects and testifies against Alice, then Alice's choice becomes either to remain silent and do 3 years, or to talk and do 2 years in jail. Again, obviously, she would prefer to do the 2 years over 3. In both cases, whether Bob cooperates with Alice or defects to the prosecution, Alice will be better off if she herself defects and testifies. Now, since Bob faces the exact same set of choices, he also will always be better off defecting as well. The paradox of the prisoner's dilemma is this. Both prisoners can minimize the total jail time that the two of them will do only if they both cooperate, but the incentives that they each face separately will always drive them each to defect and end up doing the maximum total jail time between the two of them, which would be 4 total years. The same thing happened when buying toilet paper. Let's take a look at what happens if Alice and Bob are buying too much toilet paper. We assume that one person consumes 1 pack of toilet paper each month. Alice came to a small supermarket and saw that there were 10 packs of toilet paper on the shelf. She was planning to buy only 1 pack for the next month, but she didn't know if other people would hoard toilet paper due to the epidemic. She was worried if that happened, she wouldn't be able to buy it in the future, and as a result, she bought 5 packs. Then Bob came to the supermarket, and he only needed 1 pack for the next month. He was also worried that others may hoard it, so he bought the remaining 5 packs. The supermarket originally had enough toilet paper for 10 people for 1 month, but now only Alice and Bob have bought toilet paper, and there would be 8 people having nothing to buy. In this example, 20% of people bought excess toilet paper and 80% could not buy it. The same situation is applicable to all supermarkets in the US. The production capacity of toilet paper was enough to meet the consumption of everyone, but because a few people hoarded toilet paper, most people could not buy it. You may think I don't care about other people as long as I have enough toilet paper at home. But do you think of other products, such as food or masks? You're the lucky minority who grabbed the toilet paper today, but will you be so lucky the next time there is a shortage? Also, many goods expire in a short time. That means you may have to buy them frequently. You wouldn't be the lucky minority most of the time. You wouldn't be able to buy certain foods or masks in the future. You may think it doesn't matter. If you can buy some food, just eat the other food instead. If you work from home, it's not a big deal to have no masks. However, if the masks are not available to the staff of supermarkets and gas stations, the delivery guys for your online shopping, or nurses who take care of the coronavirus patients in the hospital, they may get infected, resulting in the closure of supermarkets and gas stations. No one will deliver your packages, and patients have no treatment. How can you lead a normal life under these circumstances? This is a huge price you must pay for short-sighted betrayal choices that seem to be beneficial to yourself. Now you've seen the only way to survive this epidemic and maximize your own interests is to choose cooperation, and just buy a certain amount of goods you actually need. At the end of this video, I just want to say, put down that toilet paper and stay home as much as possible. That's all for today. If you have any questions, please leave your comments below or email us at question@beat-math.com. We will try to answer your questions in the next video. See you next time.